The idea that like we need to raise every child in like an iron fortress and never let them socialize or interact, and every interaction with every other kid has to be like prearranged by the parents, and you have to meet them and have dinner first, and then everything has to be, you have to like scope out the play area to make sure it's insane. And there's a reason everyone's neurotic now. You know, I genuinely think, and pardon me, I'm not trying to do like Return with the V shit, but I think if you went back and got like a 17-year-old from like 1990 and pulled them into today and had them interact with the 17-year-olds of today, they would effortlessly mog every single 17-year-old today, because they just have like basic social skills that no one today has. Like everyone today would come across as like a nebbish, neurotic, little weird screen freak nerd, and they would just be effortlessly social and athletic in ways that no one could keep up with. And that's sad. And there's a real like psychic cost being borne by this. And I'm not saying we shouldn't take people's safety seriously, but when you're letting concerns about security get in the way of letting people live like normal lives, that's a real fucking issue, man. There's like real psychic damage being done to like all young people, basically, like all young. It's not just like a small subset of the population or whatever. It's like all of them. It's crazy. Every parent is a helicopter parent by default now, essentially, because all the kids are always locked in. And where the fuck do you even go? Are malls even a thing anymore? Do kids go to malls? I feel like if somebody reinvented the mall today and they were attended and people went there, most parents would be like, do you really let your kid go to the mall themselves? You let them walk there? That's crazy. That's like a 25-minute walk, and then what? They're there? There could be older men there. What if somebody abducts them? And it's like, it's the mall. It's the mall. It's the fucking mall. What are kids supposed to do? Like, ever with their time? Mall security will kick out groups of unsupervised kids. That is fucking insane. That is insane. That's real death of civilization shit right there. Oh, that group of like high school students walking around the mall. Sorry. Everyone 17 and younger requires an adult chaperone to walk around the mall. The mall. Actually insane. I can't imagine. Being a kid now must suck. Must be awful. Yeah, you can generate like AI videos of your homeroom teacher getting melted in a vat of lava, I guess. But apart from that, it's gotta suck. In Japan, because of transits, kids can travel and do so with parents. Yeah, all right, my side. Yeah, I know. I've been to Tokyo. Everyone's walking around. There's no crime. Yeah. You have to, part of growing up is that you have to be able to fuck around and find out. If you're like a young adult, like 13, 14, like, you know, a teenager or whatever, you have to be able to like wander around, make mistakes, get a little bit lost. That's all part of the experience. That's all part of the, you have to, how can you possibly grow into like a functional adult if you have no experience with that kind of behavior? Did you do that? Yes, I did that. Absolutely. Take the bus down to downtown LA and just go wacky mode around Chinatown, you know, Union Station, around Skid Row. Like you have to be able to make you have to make judgment calls yourself, and if you fuck up, you fuck up sometimes. You have to you know, try to be safe and stuff, but that's life. Life carries with it innate risk. Wasn't there a mom in the US who lost custody because her kid played in her front yard when she was inside? Yep, there have been multiple cases like that. Yeah, of like Child Protective Services being called. I remember one where CPS was called because a guy left his kid at like a McDonald's for an hour while he did a job interview. Like just at like, not like abandoned the kid, but said, hey, I'll be back in an hour. Here's like a McDouble or whatever, and some fries. Just chill for a bit, okay? And the kid was sitting there, and the people at the McDonald's were like, oh, are you on your own? You, a 10-year-old, are on your own? This must be like rape or something. We need to call the police immediately. It's the surveillance state. And you don't think survivorship bias factors into this at all? I don't know what you want. Do you want like everyone to live in a pod? Like your question implies that there's no value at all to what I'm saying. I don't understand what the alternative is. Like everything has to be maximally safe. How do you live? The truth is this, even if going back increases crime, that's a fine trade-off. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Even if the crime or like injury rate or whatever increases a little bit, it's probably better than all humans living like pod people. Yeah. You can't, because otherwise the argument you're making, it's like it's the anti-Benjamin Franklin argument, right? You're essentially saying like, I will accept any loss of freedom if it marginally increases my safety, which is probably not good. And that does lead to more harm in the long run, you know? Especially because there are societies like Japan, Masaigu, where people get out like a lot more and crime's a lot lower. So I feel like we're headed in a bad direction in both, you know. Do you not think helicopter moms contributed significantly to the decrease of violent crime? No, no, I don't think there's a correlation between those factors at all. Not even slightly. In Japan, crime is illegal. Fuck! Why didn't we think of that? Vaush defending leaving a 10-year-old alone at McDonald's is a big L tape. What the fuck, man? The guy had CPS called on him. He just had to like leave his kid there for a bit while he did a job interview. It's a fucking McDonald's. Do you think like the McDonald's rapist is gonna run in there and like fuck the kid at the table? What do you like? What are you thinking about? It's like people say, okay, how old can a kid be before you can leave them home alone overnight? I feel like nowadays people would unironically say like they have to be an adult or they have to be like 16 or something. How old are you? No younger than 31. You should fear the McRapist. You should fear the McRapist at any age. I was walking 4 miles to Grandma's alone when I was 5. Haven't you seen the movie Home Alone? I feel like that movie probably did measurably increase the amount of like paranoid helicopter parent bullshit. I don't know. I think children would be doing this if the US wasn't a low trust society. I'm just saying there are downstream consequences to this being a low trust society. And nobody wants to admit it because you guys are in the soup too. It's like asking a fish how water tastes. Fuck. Fish water, okay? I'm like, all of this paranoid helicopter parent surveillance state, CPS getting called on your kid if they play outside without you bullshit, is turning everyone into a neurotic asshole. And you guys, parentheses, neurotic assholes, are like, no, that's just normal. I think leaving kids alone is a safety risk because the kid might do something stupid in the house. Yeah, but like, life is a safety risk. I don't know. 20-year-old Gen Z here, literally 5 years ago, my mom wouldn't let me go outside to go skateboard with my friends, literally people she knew. To see, that to me is like, no wonder you're a woman, right? You got fucked up in the head. That is insane, but I feel like it's relatively common now. Maybe not like common, but